Oh, you want to get these comments lit? You want to get these comments lit, son? You kicked the right hornet's nest, my guy. Ladies and gentlemen, you have locked into Rap Life Review. I'm your host, Ebro. Join me, Low Key, and Nadeska as we get into the Rap Life playlist, the hottest records out right now, the new albums, the business, and the culture of hip-hop. No topic is off limits. It's Rap Life Review. I'm going to need Nadeska's help today because shout out to our producers. I did not read the prep. The lights in here are so bright. The couches are so comfortable. I was distracted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not prepared for today's show. So Nadeska, what?
Okay. Ebro, you know I'm here to help always, but let's be serious. You never read the prep and just why
y'all doing this?
What did you actually do today? What did you test and what did you help to set up? I will check with the producers. Did you actually do anything useful?
Why are you doing this right now? Why is this happening?
See,
this is what happens.
This is what happens.
What do you mean this is what happens? I definitely read the prep,
you thought Nadeska was going to build you up the entire show and help you
No,
out,
I just thought maybe she read the prep.
She revealed that
you're lashing out, sir. You're lashing out.
But look, so Ebro, I think this new studio is the perfect place for you to try out the money challenge. Do you have enough bills in your pocket right now to test this out?
Absolutely not. And by the way, the amount of money that I already owe the IRS on my payment plan, if they see me laying out cash, what are y'all trying to do here?
Don't worry about it. I know this was Nick Cannon's concern too, that the IRS is watching, but I read the IRS is so backlogged because of the pandemic that I think there's like one person to answer every 20,000 phone calls. I don't think they have time for us right now.
I think that's a jux. Because remember, speaking of IRS, rappers, people making money off the books, wasn't it just a few weeks ago that the IRS, there was a news report saying the IRS was encouraging people who made money, no matter how they made the money, to claim their money on their taxes. So I think that, like what you just said, Nadeska, I think that's, they trapping people. This is all a trap. And whoever started this money challenge, I wouldn't be surprised if they the feds on the low.
If the IRS is really on Instagram counting bills, America has bigger problems. But look, so that's been the whole story, right? Of course, with any new challenge, someone wants to claim that they started this. So Soulja Boy and 50 Cent seem to be battling it out for this one. Does it really even matter who started the money challenge?
Why is it a challenge? Why is it a thing?
Because it's something to post. It's got a hashtag, bro. Once it got a hashtag, it's a thing. You asking the wrong questions. There's a hashtag. It's done. That's it. It's a challenge.
I just look at it and I'm just like, what for what? Like, what is this?
It's another way to flex your money, right? So if you think about what we've been seeing for the past, I don't know how many years, right? Like when you look at rap in general, it's about flexing material gains, whether it was cars and watches and chains, popping tags with clothes, fresh kicks, fresh shoes back in the day. My Adidas, they so fresh I didn't put shoelaces in them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been about being fresh or having things. So fast forward, it had got to the point now that everybody had material things. So now it was holding a stack of cash like the money's calling. You know what I'm saying? The money's calling.
Yeah.
They got bored with that, so now it's like, let's start writing words on the floor with the money. So now, show your money on Instagram, money challenge, and, potentially get audited by the IRS. Now, speaking of bars, Nadeska, Lo, we did hear somebody who raps very well that we all love, Pusha T. We got to hear a Pusha T song as a part of the Kenzo fashion show. I believe it was Kenzo. That Nigo, who brought us Bathe and Ape, is now the lead guy on Kenzo Fashion. But that Pusha T record, Lo, you're a big Pusha T fan. They put it up on social. It was playing as the models walked in this fashion show in Paris. What are your thoughts on what you heard?
I mean, I'm not going to necessarily rate the record because of, the quality and, you can hear it, but you can't hear it.
Right.
You hear some of the bars, you hear some of the, the punchlines, but, I'll reserve my judgment until it's sitting in my iTunes. But with all that said, it looks like, Pusha is gearing up to put something out. He's put up, a little post on his IG. Well, one, he scrapped his old IG. So that already makes me think that they're preparing for something to come down the pipeline. Two,
that's absolutely always. When an artist empties out the IG and starts fresh, Knew something
yeah.
on the way.
So he posted a picture. I think it was Lana Del Rey and some treats, if you will, on
some baby powder.
Some baby powder on the face of her. But then you start seeing all these posts of him and Stephen Victor, him and Kanye, him posting, not him, but videos on Twitter of snippets of songs that he's rapping to. So with all that said and all that being seen, I do believe that within the next several months, 2 months at that we will either have a new single or a completely new project. From what I've heard, early on, that the project will be split in two between Kanye production and Neptune's production or Pharrell production.
Ooh, I like this.
That's, those were mumblings in the East Streets a minute ago. So if that stands true, those two guys or, those two components bring the best out of him. So I think we're in for a treat. It's been a minute since we got a full body of work from Pusha, and I think he's excited. I think he has a lot of things to say and address. And we're just going to get some great rap. And, who doesn't like drug rap?
Amazing. Now, Nadeska, did you hear the Pusha record?
I did, but I actually, I feel like Lo is the best at judging snippets because he always has the unreleased music for us. I'm the same. I'm going to wait for it to really drop, but I'll say that I love Pusha albums. For me, he hasn't had a miss yet. Like, I think he's an artist that every time he's going to drop, I'm really looking forward to it because he doesn't, how would I say, Pusha doesn't do the fluff.
Right.
We complain a lot of albums are just too long. There's a lot of filler music for streaming. Pusha never does that. It's always like perfectly concise. So I'm really looking forward to this project.
No, it is quality, expensive sounding rap music that you get from somebody, a veteran in the game like Pusha T, has been consistent for a very long time, and very, very, very vivid and articulate. You know what I'm saying? It's that quality rap.
Yeah, something Pusha said to me years ago, sorry to cut you off, really stuck with me. He said that he's always been a rapper's rapper, right? For him, it's always about the lyricism, and he'll rap over any old beat, and he always thought that was his fault. Just because he's so good. So once he's teaming up with the producers that we know he makes great music with, then I feel like there's really nothing stopping him. Then it's going to be something really special. So to your point, it's a moment every time he drops.
Speaking of moments, we've had conversations about Khaled on this and some of Khaled's rollouts. But while we love Khaled and we know he makes great music and, he's still one of those figures in the game, what do you got? Because I thought of both of you when I saw Khaled and Kanye West together in the studio. I was like, yo, Nadeska and Lo, oh man, their heads probably exploded.
Okay, so what was the headline on this story? Khaled said he hadn't slept in 2 days while he was in the studio with Kanye. Is that supposed to get me excited? Laura, are you excited? I can tell from your face you can't wait
What do you, Ebro, what do you want me to say about this?
This is exactly what's happening right now is exactly what I wanted.
Lead me into the direction
I wanted some
where
discomfort
you want me to take this conversation.
in articulating yourself. I wanted to see you both heavy sigh. I wanted to see everything I'm seeing right now. This feeling of like, why are you asking us this? As if with all of the great hits that Khaled has brought and all of the great music and hits that Kanye has brought, that this collision course of personality in hip hop, this how noisy this could potentially be. I wanted to see what you guys felt about it, and it could also be potentially phenomenal musically.
Okay, but noisy, that's an interesting choice of words that you used there, and a collision course of personalities. Are you excited
Yeah, I am.
by this potential noise?
I am. Yes.
You are? Okay. So I think the thing that you just pointed out with Kanye and Khaled is it's always like a big, grand, over-the-top rollout, and I just feel like we've had enough of that, especially from Kanye in the past year. Like, can he take a couple years off?
Absolutely not. He got a new girlfriend to promote. What are you talking about?
We see Khaled do this every album cycle, right? We see him with his little blowhorn in the studio. We see him doing these little dumb dances.
Why? Well, see, this is my friend you talking about. Why his dances gotta be dumb, man?
I'm observing. I'm not talking about the person himself. I'm observing the characteristics of said person when certain things occur. I don't know that man personally.
He's the nicest guy you ever meet. Positive guy,
I'm sure he is. I'm talking about what he does for work, which is a public thing that I can critique. Now, every time he has a new artist or a special artist in the studio, we get the Instagram, we get the dances, we get all these things.
Are the vocals in yet?
We get that. Vocals have been secured. Vocals have been received. Yes, I'm sure every engineer and every DJ
the vocals
receives
in?
vocals when they're making an album. Yes, we get it. Thank you. Now we know Kanye is one of the first guests on this new project. Does it excite me because I've seen this roll out before? No. Does Khaled make good projects? Yes. Have they become redundant and unspecial because of the predicted rollouts? Yes. So I would like to see things switch up, especially with these two, the magnitude of who they are, what they've offered to the game. Maybe you keep that on the tuck. Maybe you surprise us with that. Maybe you just come out with the final product. Now, Lord knows how long this is going to take for us to hit our ears. And we know Kanye's a perfectionist. We know Khaled's a perfectionist. So now we might have to wait till June. You know, he likes to release music when it's warm out and he can run around with his shirt off and, you know, he's on a speedboat. We might not see this.
He lives in Miami.
Summertime.
It's always summertime.
All right, but
wasn't that a very constructive note? I like what Lo said. What if they surprised us? What if he just switched it up a little bit? I think that would be really nice.
He's a radio guy, right? Remember, Khaled's a real DJ first.
No, he's a real DJ. Yes, yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So a very highly successful radio host and was dominating in radio for a long time. So I'm just saying what I see is somebody doing a radio show. They're just doing it on Instagram. Now, I do want to, for the audience out there, if you haven't had a chance to go listen to Nardo Wick's album, a surprise for me when I went into the album, there's a Hit Boy record on the album, and some other collabs and productions. I also found myself, I don't know if it was on the Rap Life Review or if we talked about this, where I wasn't sure if Nardo Wick had more styles than the one on the hit record, Who Wants Some Smoke, that came out. Like if his rap style was different, like if he had different ways to play with his voice. To my surprise, pleasant surprise, I like what Nardo Wick is doing musically. Right, I like the way he's play. I like his style. I like the way he's playing with patterns. There's a lot to like there. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys want to go listen to something sonically a little bit different, I think you guys might enjoy the Nardo Wick album. Now, is it lyrically, content-wise, and the things that I know you two guys are sticklers about? Is it there? Nah, he's a young dude from Jacksonville, Florida. But I think he has potential. And it's something you might want to check. Don't roll your eyes, Nadeska, like you're not a stickler for.
I just feel like I'm being typecast and stereotyped. And
at this point, I don't.
You are who you are. You know what I'm saying?
I'm starting to wonder.
After so many episodes together, Nadeska, you are who you are. Lo, you are who you are. I'm who I am. There's certain things that they're just true. It's facts, okay? I needed to put that disclaimer there because I didn't want you guys to think you were going into this lyrically dense musical experience.
Yo, who put you onto this Nardo Wick album, by the way? Because you're right, it was on the Rap Life Review that you mentioned that you were a little bit skeptical. What prompted you to actually go listen and spend some time with this
album? The fact that I said, I said that I thought he was maybe one-dimensional. And so I was looking through new music to listen to and going through the Rap Life playlist, and I listened to his record, and I was like, yo, but I like his voice. I like the way the texture and tone of his voice on the record. I like what he's doing. Obviously, it's young. It's not my perspective. It's not my lens. But let me go see what he's doing if he's really taking this rap thing serious and being more than just what I've heard on these records. So I just went and checked it out. That's all.
We missed a couple of things, Ebro, but I think it's all good. We could catch up on some of these next week. We got to talk about this new bill that Jay-Z is pushing so people stop using rap lyrics in court to prosecute. But I think we can have that conversation next week, right?
And we should shout out Cardi B and all the rappers from the Bronx that have band together, raising millions of dollars for the families who were not only who lost people in the fire and children in the fire in the Bronx, but were houseless and not having a roof over their head because of smoke damage and fire damage in the building. And Cardi B is paying for all of the funeral costs.
I think for any human, but also just being a New Yorker, knowing what it's like growing up in a lot of these big apartment buildings in the boroughs and stuff, it's like really devastating and really scary too, knowing that it was a lot of immigrant families. I'm an immigrant too, so that kind of stuff really, really hits home. So it's like really nice to see our artists stepping up to help the community.
That's what we call the people's champ.
I don't even know what to say, because now we got to talk about the XXL Awards.
Okay.
All right, should I pull up the list?
Pull up the list. XXL Awards.
Look at it. Look, now he's not. Now he don't want to joke around.
Yeah. I know. I just feel bad for you, because then you got Apple coming for you. Now you gonna have the Barbs coming for you. You my brother. You know what I'm saying? As much as I want to protect you and help you, like,
No, I with Nicki. I just, I think that award is just, I don't find the evidence behind it. I'm looking.
Okay, for anyone who might be confused, just real quick, just talking about the XXL Awards, the People's Champ Award went to Nicki Minaj. We can't be having inside jokes here or anything like that. All right.
And I was just confused. And, we were talking off air, and I think Cardi B has done, this is outside the music. I think Cardi B has done a lot for, her community, her people, and she speaks out on things. And I think, the people really rally behind her because of her unique voice. I'm not saying Nicki doesn't have that. I just think they're two different people when it comes to, things like that. Maybe Nicki does things on the low that we don't know about, and everything charitable doesn't have to be announced. And, if that's the case, then more power to Nicki. But, just of the things that, Cardi does and what she stands for, that I think those are the attributes of being a people's champ. So that's why, I think the award should have went to Cardi. This is no slight to Nicki about who she is as a person or as an artist. It's just, these are things that we observe in our culture. And if I can't tell you what I'm observing or how I feel about it, then why am I doing this?
Well, now maybe, obviously, I don't know if it's obvious. So a few weeks ago, the photo shoot of a lot of industry folks on the covers of XXL, right? And they rolled out those multiple covers.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was like a panel of it was record industry, record label, and media. I think were definitely people on the cover. And I know because I was invited. I did not make it to the photo shoot, but I was invited to vote on the categories in the XXL Awards, Lyricist of the Year, blah 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 blah. I don't know if people voted. I don't remember voting on the People's Champ Award. So I don't know if XXL did that and allowed that literally to be the people voted on that.
That would make sense if it's true. The Barbs, of course.
And so, that was going to be my point. When it comes to people, a community of people. I see the lens you're looking at, right, Lo, which is the lens
I think I see the lens which you're about to say.
And then there's the other lens of like, who are your people and are you the champ for them? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which I think it's fair to say that with Nicki's community and her movement, it's massive and impactful.
So the hip hop humanitarian of the year was Jay-Z, which I think no one would argue with, right? Mm-hmm. Lo, I think that's more in line of what you were talking about.
I guess maybe then it could be shifted over to that.
And because this goes on YouTube, I'm sure the Barbs are going to see this. Leave in the comments whether or not Lo should be allowed in the studio after. Oh, you want to get these comments lit? You want to get these comments lit, son? You kicked the right hornet's nest, my guy.
It's not kicking over. Like, everything can't be a positive outlook. And even this is not a negative. It's just me, looking at it through my lens. I f with Nicki. Nicki makes good music. I haven't said anything bad, just so we're clear. I haven't said anything bad in this entire conversation. So there's nothing negative I said. The way you broke it down in regards to her being a people's champ, I wasn't looking at it like that.
You did say her nemesis should have won the award instead of her. That could be taken.
Okay, look, no matter what you say now, let me just talk over him for a second. He's going to just have that smirk on his face. So I'll do this. Since we're already on the topic of the XXL Awards, you guys want to quickly run through some of the winners real quick?
Man,
then we can wrap the
Lo,
episode.
she's back caping for you. Ain't you glad Nadeska is back?
just trying to smooth out these problems right now. This look on your face, Ibra. I know you're always just trying to cause
No!
problems. You know it. Everybody knows it.
Wait a minute now. I'm not the one who made the People's Champ joke that even got us here.
All right, so Artist of the Year and Album of the Year, Drake with Certified Lover Boy. Would you guys argue with either of those?
Yeah.
I definitely didn't.
In terms of album,
I definitely didn't vote for this. I voted in the XXL Awards.
What did you vote for?
I did not vote for Certified Lover Boy as Album of the Year. I think I voted for Tyler.
J. Cole?
Tyler or J. Cole.
Tyler.
It might have been J. Actually, no, you're right. It was. I voted for J. Cole because I voted for Tyler for something else.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember you were passionate about that. Because the other people would have been Donda, Moneybagg Yo was in here, Nas, King's Disease 2, and Doja Cat's Planet Her. But you definitely really liked the Cole
album's fire.
So low. Okay. Would Certified Lover Boy wouldn't have been your pick either?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'll give it to King's Disease too.
So then for Artist of the Year, would it have been J. Cole, Kanye, Nas, Tyler, Youngboy, NBA, or Doja Cat for you?
Nas or Tyler?
I think I voted for Tyler in that one.
Best New Artist of the Year, the winner was Blast. So I like him because he's like a singer and producer. I think I mentioned him on our last episode. But then the other people were Flo Milli, who Flo you mentioned too, Coi Leray, Murray, Pusha T, 42 Doug, who you also brought up. So the nominees I think is a good list.
Yeah, I might have voted for Blast in that one if I recall.
I'm not mad at Blast.
It might have been Blast or Murray in that one for me, because I like Murray a lot too.
Flo Milli would be my pick, but I'm not mad at Blast.
Okay, and two more. I don't think we need to do all of these, but Producer of the Year, I don't think any of us would disagree with this one. Contenders were Cardo, Kanye, Alchemist, Tyler, Weezy, YC, and Hit Boy.
Yeah, I voted for Hit Boy for sure.
Yeah, Hit Boy for sure. Shout out to Cardo also. You've been putting in a lot of work, so.
All right, Female Rapper of the Year, Doja Cat took that one. Obviously, Nicki, Saweetie, Latto, Megan, Coi Leray, Cardi B. I think that's the last one.
I would say out of those, the reason Doja wins is because she has the most recent material.
She did have a big year.
And she had a huge year. Megan didn't have new material in this last year's cycle, did she? She have a new album?
I think the album was The album was fall 2020, wasn't it?
No, wait, was that this year?
I know she put out a tape, like a mixtape thing of like old freestyles and stuff. But I don't know.
So then you can't constitute that. That's not a new body of work.
Yeah, that was like a collection of stuff that already was out, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, we haven't had a new album. I don't think we got a new album in 2021 from her. So yeah, okay. This makes sense.
I think people are going to have a problem with anybody winning in a rap category who has a body of work that's not completely rap. We know Doja can rap, and she does it very well, stylistically very well. Like, she's very talented, and I don't know where you guys are with Doja, but I'm a fan. Like, I like it.
I am too.
But until she makes a body of work that is completely rap, where every song is rapping, I don't know if she's going to get her credit as a rapper. Right, so when people hear about this award, I'm sure there's going to be some blowback, right? Because she's put out her biggest records she's not rapping on.
Pop records, yeah, they're pop records.
Listen, great seeing you guys. Maybe one day you'll be able to make the journey over to the estate, the palatial establishment here at the new Apple Music Studio, which is really just my office.
Only to touch the fabrics.
Which is really, just a place for us to hang out and have a good time. I'll see if I can get you guys badge clearance to come visit. For Nadeska and Low, I'm Ebro. Make sure you subscribe right here below on the YouTube channel and check out that Rap Life playlist. Every time it gets updated, you'll get it. It's right available on Apple Music. This is the Rap Life Review. See y'all later.